Okay, so we're gonna start this one up now. Starting off with the small cultist guy, the little cute little cultist guy I made. Don't ask me why. I got bored, I got confused, and I was like, what's something that would work with the palette? And then it hit me. Something random. So I did this. I don't really remember where the idea came from. I was just at school like, you know what would look cool with that palette? This. And then I came home and I made it. So this one is just the shading here is very raggedy. Like I made it like if you see there's a lot of lines, it's kind of similar to how I shade hair, but very, very differently, a little bit more not noisy, but a little more messy. And there I did the cuffs. The cuffs on this I really liked. The little eyes on it I like too, because you can kind of see the white behind it. If you look at it from an angle, and it kind of looks like real eye. Here we got, I'm working on one of the other arms that I'm going to go and make the cuffs, but I've added all these kinds of wrinkles into it by basically taking areas that were supposed to be higher up and putting them on the layer, making it look more like the cloak kind of droops a little. The shoes here, I always have trouble with shoes. I just don't know what to make for most of them. We got a little bit of the cloak trim around it, and then let's move on to the next one. So this, oh wait, nope, not yet. Oh, yeah, this one added a lot of random stuff. Had to make sure everything was right. Then I added, oh yeah, I still have this. And I think that is it for this one. Yeah, okay, here we go. This one is Marionette. I named it that because it's a marionette. If you didn't see it so far, it's originally it was gonna be some French inspired thing. It was gonna have overalls and like a little mime outfit, but then I decided against it because I was like, you know what's also French, I think? Marionettes. Marionettes are like these little string dolls, and I also added you'll see it in a second here when I add it. I added a little mouth like chin thing, which makes it kind of look like the mouth's not attached. Kind of. Yeah, there. I added it right there. And it has like a little hairpin in it. Don't ask me why. Underneath the overalls, you see there's this weird material I used. It's meant to be similar to, like, it's meant to just be puffy, and you could see the stitches where it stitches. It's on layer 1. When it's not in the stitches, it's on layer 2. That way, it kind of looks three-dimensional in a way. Didn't look as good on the legs as it did on the arms, but I like it. As you see there, I added the strings. The strings come from the back of the overalls up to the top where the, I forget what it's called. I think it's beret is. Yeah. And basically, this one's very simple. The skin, I designed it to be nice and shiny, kind of like a plastic, because, again, it's a puppet marionette thing. I really like this one. This is probably the first one I really liked. The next one you'll see was Day 8. It was also a very cool one that I made. The eyes on this one, I changed them multiple times. I wanted them to look dull and like not alive, so I really dampened the saturation on them. What are we doing now? We're doing the legs. The legs, I really don't like how they turned out. They have way too much. The puffiness kind of just like makes it look more like that it's wearing socks, which I don't mind. Well, yeah, I don't know what it was supposed to be. Anyways, here is Vaporwave. um, this one I just was like, what if I shaded it extremely, just like extremely simple shading here, but it looks so good. I was wondering how cool can I make a simple shading look. I really like the t-shirt. It's supposed to be similar to like visualizers, I think. Didn't really give off the vibe I was going for though. I like the shirt. The colors don't real, they're a bit of a navy, which doesn't match the palette, but I'd say it's pretty good. You don't have to stick exactly to the palette. It's similar to the top one, just darker and more blue, because as you can see, it was going to a pink for blue, but it didn't go all the way to blue. So I consider if I were to extend it a little to go darker, it would be navy. So I figured that made sense. I used this one purple tone that I don't think I used for the shorts because I felt I needed to use it. I went for something that similar to cargo shorts. It was pretty interesting. And then I did all the stuff on one side before going to the other on this one, which I don't do too often, but usually I do both arms and then both legs. But this one I did an arm and a leg and an arm and a leg, which means I was pretty bored while doing the second part. Oh, there we go. I added the sunglasses because no party person is complete without the sunglasses, of course. The shoes here, I really hate the shoes on this one, but there we go. Now this one is so far my favorite. I just got finished making this one. It is beautiful. This one is, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, because I haven't uploaded this yet. I'm doing this all right before I upload it. I did this all, it's very early. So this one got kind of like a blood. I was going for some kind of like blood inspired knight. So I went for the crown, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe it would look better if I made it a girl. I don't know. I mainly was just like the armor here I struggled with because I'm used to doing either chainmail, very simple armor. I went for the same design. I went for a different design than I usually did, but I went for the same style where I get that second layer for the edges and then I go around with a trim, whatever. I really like the palette for this one I made around the Huevember one. As you can see, there's a lot of different colors. On this arm, I have the cloth going down into the glove, which is a little bit different than what it does on the other arm. As you see, I got a little piece of armor around the knuckle, kind of, which I'd like to think is a little bit cooler, but it kind of makes the glove harder to see, and it kind of gets rid of the coolness of the glove, I guess. Going on to the back, this is when I decided I wanted to make it a girl, so I added the pigtails, and I also decided I wanted to attach the crown with little headband string around the head because I felt it just looked weird sitting there. This is the other arm. I added the glove and I gave it a little bit more skin than the other one. I didn't attach it to the under clothes at all. I had just the arm showing and then the armor going over it. When it comes to knights, you really got to get rid of some symmetry or it just looks terrible. In my opinion, if you want a knight that looks, well, here we go. This is a fun part. I added this weird little cloth thing around the bottom of the armor on the torso that went down into the legs and made just a cool little cloth going over everything. Shading for the legs was super nice on this one. The shoes had these metal armor plates, and that is about it for this one. Thanks for watching. I had a lot of fun with this last one, and have fun.